Hey, hello there. Hey guys, my name is Dan Duran and I'm the host of the Tech Lounge. Yes, here we discuss topics related to business, technology, cybersecurity, and today NFTs or non-fungible tokens, whatever that is, right?
Exactly.
Welcome to the show. This is going to be a great show, sensational. We're going to have lots of questions and really good tips on the NFTs. We're going to explain what it is. We're going to have some humor on the NFTs as well. Just remember, we stream live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn every Friday at 12 o'clock. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
We're not on Linkbook anymore, Dan.
We're not on Linkbook. I'm sorry to have to tell you that. And we're not on podcast anymore. We're not doing podcasts this year. So please follow us using the hashtag Dan Duran and tune in every Friday. Now, sit back and relax. This is the Tech Lounge. Of course, we have two very important people here in the show. Extremely important. And one of them has decided to show up today. Gladstone Yamasipor. Hello, G Money. How's it going, man?
G Money's
pretty
in
good.
the house.
Pretty good. How you guys doing? Nice to be here.
Yes.
Great to have you, G Money.
Thank you.
And of course, we have the Rock of Rhino right here in the studio. Andrew Summerton. Hello, Andrew. How are you?
I don't know. I know it's a new title here. I don't know if I like the boss thing. I'm good, Dan. Good to be here. Gladstone, amazing to have you here. And we
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to be here, guys.
Boss of bosses.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Yes. All right, let's get on with the show. So NFTs, non-fungible tokens. This is the kind of like the layman's terms, easy beginner's explanation tutorial. This is a complete tutorial. It's a 1-hour tutorial about NFTs and how you can actually latch on the market and make some money, hopefully, right? So, Andrew.
Yeah.
How's the people? Do we have anybody in the show saying hi, hellos? What are the shout outs that we have right now?
You know what? I think we probably do have some. We have a couple here. This is going to be, you know what? My screen's acting up a little funny here. So,
hey.
Changes. He says this is going to be another great show.
Changes, you know what? We missed you last week. You were in the show. However, I saw on LinkedIn that you got a really good promotion at work and a new job. So congratulations on your new job.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
We're very happy for you. Let me give you a standing ovation right there.
There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, we got lots. We got McGill. Hello. We got Gladstone. I know you want to share him. You want to call him out. Happy either way.
All right. So we have Kai says hello.
Hello, Kai.
And Oscar Grillo says, hello, guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, Oscar. And Aura says hello. And we have this person. Who is this? This weirdo that's always talking. Tamara.
Tamara. Okay, that's how I've never said that name. Tamara. She's new?
I think so.
Good to have you, Tamara.
Top fan right there. She's always
funny. Love to see you here today. Thank you very much. Appreciate the love.
I think we have a new name too. Alexis, hello. I think we see someone new here. Stephanie. I'm not sure.
Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Yes, Stephanie Clark. She says, "Hey guys, looking forward to getting better educated."
No, Stephanie, you got to change. You got to put on some glasses, Andrew. It's Steven.
Steven, I apologize. Well, it's because it's on my little screen. I apologize, Steven, very much so.
All right.
There you go. That's for you.
Forrest says hello. Julian Pena. What's up, Julian? He says hello. Chance Giz says thank you. And we already seen that one.
Perfect.
And Layla, she says, hi, guys. Good afternoon, Layla. Nice to see you here.
Layla. All right.
Diego.
Awesome. Okay, so what I'm displaying on my screen is the board monkeys. It's one of the most famous the NFTs out there, and these are kind of very comical, by the way. I find them very comical, and these are one of the first ones that came out also, right? So this one's wearing some grills in there, you can see, and we got the king here, right? So that is it's hilarious. All right, so to begin with, I'm going to start with a couple of videos, okay? And these are funny videos. And the first one is this guy, right? Stephen Calder. That's one of my favorite late show, shows out there, and he talks about NFTs. So let's see what he has to say about NFTs.
Absolutely.
Let's see what this guy has to say. This is one of my favorites, man.
I trust
This
him.
guy's
He looks serious. I trust what he's going to say.
oh yeah, he's an expert at everything, man. I don't know, Andrew. Do you know this guy?
I don't. Well, let me me and my eyes right now. I don't think I do. No.
Yeah, it's JP. So yeah, Awaken with JP. He has lots of podcasts and shows on Facebook and YouTube, and he's pretty popular. But he's hilarious. Okay. I love the way he puts humor forward. Let's hear him.
Bro, check this out. That looks terrible. What is that? It's an NFT. Oh, I mean, it looks valuable, right? Are you getting into the NFT space? 100%, man. The NFT market is so hot right now. You're basically losing money if you're not spending all your money on NFTs. What's NFT stand for? Non-fungible token? Probably. What's non-fungible mean? It means it's completely resistant to all fungicidal species. It's digital, so fungus just can't get to it because it's non-fungible. Sick. Did you see the latest CryptoPunk that dropped? Just sold for $6.8 million. Yeah, and worth every penny. So are NFTs basically things that look like garbage? No, it's more like they're junk that looks like garbage. I can see why they're so valuable. Check out this NFT of the word pest. It sold for $270,000. Oh my God. I can't believe that didn't sell for more, right? Crazy low. What's your investment strategy for buying NFTs? Well, I just think, what is a piece of art that I would never buy that I think someone else would want to buy? And then I buy that. You're a purist when it comes to art. What's that? So how do NFTs actually work? When you buy an NFT, the transaction is recorded on the blockchain, which verifies that you are the true owner of the NFT. Well, how's the blockchain work? You know how a dolphin's uterus works? I didn't study marine biology for nothing. Well, it's like that, except it works in more of a non-aquatic nocturnal mammal kind of way. Oh, so it's the Ethereum blockchain. Exactly. It's all verifiable with no banks, government, or Bill Gates getting in the way. It's completely decentralizationized. Are you releasing any NFTs yourself? Does Biden shit in the woods? No, I think he...
All right. So he's got humor on it, right? So this might not be his best joke, but he's trying to explain what NFTs are. And basically, it's hard to explain. But I'm going to do kind of a 10 quick facts about NFTs. We know what it is. It's a digital good that is you can't replicate it, and it's got some sort of signature, like a piece of art, let's say like the Mona Lisa, but in digital format. So here are the 10 quick facts about NFTs. Number 1, on the screen, each NFT is completely unique, right? So you can't have two of the kind. You can only have one NFT, and that's it. Number 2, forgeries do not exist in the realm of NFTs. You can't forge an NFT of mimic an NFT because it's completely 100% unique. So in the art world and the physical world, for example, you have lots of forgery going on art and things like that. For NFTs, that does not apply. Number 3, NFTs enable artists to reach new audiences. And that's completely true. There's a lot of artists out there, like the board monkeys in here, that have been able to profit from NFTs because it's a pretty big market. And we'll get to that. Number 4, Ethereum, which is the cryptocurrency, supports the majority of NFTs. And it's not Bitcoin. It's actually Ethereum. Yeah. Just so you know. Number 5, anything digital can be converted to an NFT. Even this video right now, this podcast that we're doing, we can convert it to an NFT. I don't think anybody's going to give us money for it.
I was going to say, can we sell it for $6.3 million? Let's do it.
We're going to have to pay people to watch to get the NFT, but that's okay. Number 6, the NFT market increased by 18 1,000% in a year. That's year 2021 to 2022. That's just crazy. Bonkers. Number 7. The largest marketplace is OpenSea. And let me show you what OpenSea is. So this is the OpenSea marketplace for NFTs right here. So you can see, for example, the values, the increase, and it's basically like a marketplace, right? So like the TXS or TSX or the New York Stock Exchange, it's basically a marketplace where people buy and people sell.
So Dan,
it's like Amazon for NFTs, right?
So Dan, I have a question. So if somebody wanted to use one of these digital assets, like for instance, one of these images and say a website or any kind of material, would they have to, they couldn't do that unless they first purchased it or got a license for it, or how does that work?
Yeah, so you get, when you buy it, right, you pay the money for it in Ethereum, and then you get the NFT which has a digital signature in it, and that digital signature is 100% non-replicable because you have the private key or the token, right? So that you store whatever you want in your wallet or what have you. After that, what you can do is whatever you want. You collect them, right? So people collect them. These are collectible items usually. And what happens is that you can always put a picture. Like, for example, this picture here that I have of the monkeys. This is, I just took a screenshot or I got a picture from the internet, but this is not the real thing because the what's called this checksum or the hash value for this image is different from the actual NFT. The real one, so the hash value for the NFT is just unique. And there's one person that holds that NFT. Does that make sense? All right.
No, but okay.
Don't worry. I'm building it up. I'll build it up as I go. So don't worry. Number 8. The most expensive NFT is the Beeple's Crossroad that sold for $6.6 million. Do you want to see it? Are you guys curious?
The one with the cigar. I mean, the pipe.
Nope.
It's not the one with the pipe. It's not the first one.
Huh.
This guy here.
Really?
Yes. No judgment, please. No judgment. This is worth $6.6 million.
Wow.
Yeah. Anybody on the chat that want to comment about this and this beautiful, amazing NFTs that we're showing on the screen and how expensive?
Well, we do have some comments here, so I can read some of them.
Yeah.
All right. So Tamara says valuable junk is a good way to divide it. LOL.
Definitely mixed opinions out there. Thank you, Tamara.
Layla says you can only have one NFT. Actually, this is a question. So you can only have one NFT.
Correct.
So,
but multiple
of a specific image or digital. Yeah, so you can have multiple NFTs for yourself, but yeah, as far as
everyone is
everyone's unique.
Exactly. You can only have one NFT. That's correct. Well, I mean, you can buy as many as you want, right? They go for as cheap as $10 all the way to the sky's the limit, right? So, yeah.
We have another question here. This is from Oscar Garrido, and he asked, "How do you create an NFT and sell it?"
Yeah. I think, Oscar, you're getting ahead of yourself because I have the exact magic sauce on how to create NFTs and sell them.
Nice. Okay.
And that's coming right up almost at the end of the show, so you have to stick around.
You can't go anywhere, Oscar.
What else do we have?
I like the beautiful junk one I just saw.
I think Eduardo is saying something in there.
Okay, so Eduardo says, "I want an NFT of Snoopy."
Yeah, that makes a complete sense. I mean, if you are you like Snoopy, for example, and they are offering the NFT versions of Snoopy, whoever owns the right to Snoopy, I don't know who it is, they can sell it to you, and you can have actually that copy of Snoopy for yourself. I know, for example, Wayne Gretzky is, if you're a hockey lover, sells his NFTs and a lot of other artists and sports people and all kinds of stuff are being sold on it. I think one of the first ones was a tweet. If I don't, do you remember that?
As well, I think
it was a tweet that was sold.
Yeah, it was a very wealthy man or whatever. I forget who he was. I apologize. I don't remember his name.
Something gross.
But yeah, he said, "I'm doing something with Twitter or something like that." I forget what it was.
Yeah. Catalina says something in there. Put that on the screen. Gladstone is hilarious.
Catalina. Okay.
Catalina Coleman. Hello, Catalina. She says, "Beautiful junk."
We have another pretty interesting comment here.
Hilarious.
Tamara says, "Is that supposed to be Trump?" And I think, Tamara, you are correct. I do see, besides it saying loser, it said something about Trump in one of the.
All right, we don't want to be politically correct or incorrect here.
Oh, why not?
Why not?
Trump. Oh, by the way, Trump. You know what I did, because this is a technology show, by the way. So I downloaded when it came out, like a couple of hours when it came out, the social media. What's True Social? I downloaded and it crashed on me on the first try.
I think everyone had a similar experience.
True
I hear the
story.
stock's going down; it's plummeting.
Yeah.
All right.
Trump, just stick to what you do best, which is nothing, right? All right. So where are we on the quick facts?
I think we're at number 8.
Put up Shanzine's again, just because he.
Nope, sorry, number 9.
All right, number 9. What do we have?
I keep getting kicked in and out, guys. So if I'm delayed or if I hesitate in talking, for some reason, there's digital connection problem with me. So my apologies if that happens.
Okay, no worries. CryptoPunks and CryptoKitties were the first ones that came out. I mean, there were others before, but these are the first ones that actually made it big, like mainstream. And let me show you what CryptoPunks is.
Yeah, there they are.
Okay, yep.
These are the CryptoPunks. So I'm pretty sure you guys have seen these. These are completely pixelated, non-fungible tokens that go for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
One of them, there's one that sold for like six million or something. The one with the pipe.
Really?
I think it was the first one, if I remember correctly. That's what I was talking about earlier. It was like a $6 million or something like that. Anyways,
I don't know. Crazy. I don't know which one, but yeah, junk. All right.
I'm still trying to understand the value. If you
get your mind around it, man, this is the evolution of the human species in here.
It's kind of like imagine Gladstone. You got you were in the stands way back when, and Babe Ruth hit the ball into the audience, and you got it, and he signed it. And it's one of a kind, right? And this, so that's he's like the Michael Jordan or the Wayne Gretzky. So the person who designed the very first NFT, let's say, that came into the marketplace, is like that. So obviously, and it's funny because it's a good conversation. There's a guy, and a lot of people probably know who he is, but he goes by Gary V on social media, and maybe Dan, you're going to talk about him later. But he's very instrumental, and he's very passionate about NFTs, and he actually has launched his own line. But what he's very, very adamant about is NFT right now it's a huge rush. A lot of people coming into it, a lot of people buying. There's going to be a bubble. And what's going to stick around are the ones that have the most meaning, the background, like who's supporting that NFT and what does that mean for the owner of it later on. So be very careful when you're buying NFTs and why you're buying them. But he's a guy that follows that. He's a guy you can follow on social media that he can, he's got.
Oh, I think he's gone. Yeah, and you were talking too much, so you're gone. Just kidding. Sorry, buddy. You got completely cut off in there. So Chanjis has you're back. Yes, you're back.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Chanjis says you said that you can have many NFTs as much as you want, but how come you can only have one NFT? This is confusing. Yeah, okay. So I don't want to make it confusing. So you can have only one unique NFT, and that's it. However, if there's a collection, you can buy them all inside of the collection. So if you buy 20 out of the collection, then you'll have 20. But that unique one is going to be completely unique. There is no two of a kind. There's only one, right?
So Dan, multiple people can own the same NFT? Like how does that work?
Multiple people cannot. No. That's the key. Multiple people cannot own the same NFT. You only have one person in the world that owns the NFT, and that's why they're so valuable, right?
So when someone purchases it from another individual, that gets added to the blockchain, the new data for the pricing, etc. Is that
exactly?
Okay.
All right. Going back to this is the CryptoPunks, and let me show you the CryptoKitties. That's it.
Nice. Pretty cool.
These are actually cuter, right? So And they're worth a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay, yeah. Fact number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10. Number 10 is the
Small market.
industry market is $40 billion right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
It-
how long has it been around for it to get to that?
Probably about a couple of years to get to this point when the NFTs kind of like started to go mainstream. But NFTs have been around for quite a while. Actually, 2012 was when the first NFT came out, but nobody knew about them, right?
They really skyrocketed to that 1,800% that Dan brought up earlier in the last 2 years, 2.5 years with the pandemic and people staying at home. And that's when it really, really blew up. The last couple
That's
of
what I'm
years.
talking about. The evolution of the human race.
So we have a lot of great comments and questions. Do you want to go through them, Dan?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me so the LinkedIn user says, after I buy it, can I resell it?
Yes,
Absolutely.
it's part of your wallet, right? So you can, and this is what people do. There is a lot of hustlers out there, and probably Gary Vee is one of them because he is by nature a hustler, right? So you can buy an NFT and you can anticipate the market for that NFT or the demand for NFT. So you buy it for cheap and then you sell it for when you get a good demand, you can put it on the market for like more expensive or double the price or etc. depending on the NFT, and you can make some really good money on the margins. So you can, and that's what pretty much everybody. So there's two types of people that profit. The major groups that profit from NFTs: the creators, right? So if you are an artist, you're a cartoon artist or a musician or whatever, creating the NFTs, and then there is the resellers, the brokers, right? So those people will buy cheap, sell for high, and create some sort of margins on it. So absolutely, you can resell it.
So if it's worth, let's say, $1 million, and I resell it, that means I'm going to get $1 million or whatever it's sold for.
Hopefully, you won't sell it for $1 million because you'll make no profit.
And you'll pay because
you'll buy it for $300 and sell it for $1 million.
That's what's good. And you are taxed on it. This is a taxable benefit. So unfortunately, I hate to bring that in, but it is a taxable gain and loss, just like the stock market and everything else.
Guys, there's only two non-fungible laws in this world, right? Taxes and death.
There you go.
Very nice. Change that.
Yeah.
Very nice. I deserve a clap for that. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we have another question from a LinkedIn user, and this is kind of what I was getting at. So if I buy an NFT, can I use that image in more than one place at one time?
No, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't. Because you can replicate it, but it's going to be a fake. It's not going to have the same signature. Your NFT that you purchased has a signature or a token that is non-replicable. Non-replicable. It's part of your blockchain.
But Dan, if you own it, let's for example, I own it and it's a really cool image, and 20 websites out there will use that image as a background. Can I sell that to them to use as a background, or can they need my permission to do that? Or
yes. Okay, you have so many questions here. I love this. There's something called copyright infringement. So if you own an NFT, it's yours and you have the rights to it. Okay, so nobody can. I mean, a lot of people do, but if somebody copies that NFT or takes a screenshots and puts it on a website or whatever, you can actually go after them and sue them, right? Whether you're going to get money, I don't know. But if a company does it and that's infringing, then you can go after the companies and stuff. Like this is my property, right? However, if you want to put it on your website, you can put it on your website, right? And it could be the real NFT if you want. However, you can also take screenshots and put them on other places. However, there is only one NFT that belongs to you because you have the token in your wallet, in your crypto wallet, right? So that's, you own what's called the private key, right? Like the token that actually goes together with that NFT. And Alexis, yeah, I like your thinking. Just screenshot it.
Screenshot it.
Right. So yeah. So let me show you my screen so we can walk through kind of the minting process. So this is called minting. Okay. And minting is just like with money, you need to mint an NFT. So you open first. The first thing that you do is you open a crypto wallet, right, on OpenSea, for example, and then you connect it to it. You connect it to the NFT marketplace. So it's just like Amazon being a vendor on Amazon, right, or eBay or etc. So it's just a marketplace. Then you upload the digital file to the marketplace. That's it. All you have to do is just upload your image, your music file, your video file, your whatever file you have. You can just upload it. You provide a name for it. So if you want to call it Wire Monkeys or Rhino, whatever, and then you specify the royalty payout that you want, and then the NFT is going to be minted. So now you're going to have that signature in your wallet inside of the OpenSea, for example, and then you open it. You just put it in the market and wait for people to buy it. So
any sort of digital asset. It doesn't have to be an image, video, or picture. It could even be text, perhaps, like that tweet you see.
Yes, absolutely. Text, TXT file. I don't know if there might be people like, for example, a TXT file would be, let's say, somebody that writes a poem, for example, and wants to digitize that and make it an NFT, right?
So Dan, so this is basically a new glorified.
Okay, I think he's.
Yeah, I think what he might have been getting at is what I was thinking. This is kind of like the
something.
New trading cards. Like, remember back in the day, you had your baseball cards, hockey
exactly
cards, something like
that. The problem with the trading cards and all of that physical stuff and even digital stuff, that they're fungible. So let me explain the concept of fungibility, okay? Because I think that's what trips most people. What is fungible? I never heard of that word. Fungible. Is that a disease? I don't know, right? So what is fungible? Let me show you a couple of fungible assets. Money is fungible because you have a $20 bill and you can convert it into two $10 bills or $4 $5 bills, right? It is fungible. Crypto is fungible because you have one Bitcoin, you can have half a Bitcoin, or you can have 1/4 of a Bitcoin or 0.0001 of a Bitcoin. So it's fungible. Gold is fungible because you can cut a little piece and then, make a ring with it, right?
Yep.
Non-fungible assets are, first of all, a house would be a non-fungible asset because there's only one house. My house, for example. Now, if I want to sell pieces of my house, I have to have a duplex, right? Or convert my house into a duplex. So I guess it is kind of fungible, but most of the time a house is a house and it has one address, is non-fungible. Music and other things are also depending on the copyrights. You can have for example, copyright signatures on them. You can the problem with all of these non-fungible items is that they can all be forged except for NFTs. So, for example, you have the Mona Lisa here. How many forgeries of the Mona Lisa are out there in the market?
Probably a lot. many
millions, right? You can go to I don't know, like a store, and then, or you can take a picture of it and then put it on your website. That's, I mean, that the actual people will look at it and go, yeah, of course, this is not the actual piece. But you can have really good forgeries of art that sometimes you can't really tell whether they're original or fake, right? So you can go to that extent. Music, all the time, right? So even though it is non-fungible, you can get in copyright music. But the NFTs is just one of a kind because it has a signature that is attached to it that you own. By you selling that signature to somebody, then it just passes over for the price of money, and then somebody gets the NFT. Am I making sense at all?
Am I back? Am I back, guys?
Yes, you are, Andrew.
Yes, you are.
Sorry,
We
Okay,
missed you, buddy. We missed you so much.
I
questions.
apologize.
Any questions or comments?
All right. So Layla Nasur has asked, so I have noticed that 3D design NFTs had more sales than normal illustrations. What do you think about it?
What do I think about it? I don't know if they have more sales or not.
Yeah,
But
They're
I
more
don't know.
popular right now, definitely.
yeah,
It's
okay.
what you have to ask yourself in this market based on some research I've done and what I've seen is, again, and kind of what Gary V said, it's what is the long-term play on the NFT? What is the value of the NFT? So there's some really good things that have sold for a lot of money too. For example, a VIP ticket to get into nightclubs, let's say in, I don't know, LA. That actually has 21 to 25, and then you could sell it to someone else who's 21 for, like, say, $10,000, let's say, hypothetical, because then they can use it. Or let's say it's somebody, a very famous person, who decides to create something, and then they back it up, and then there's value to that. It's again, like, you don't know if Michael Jordan was going to be the best basketball player in the world, and then because of his history and everything he accomplished, his shoes became valuable, his card became valuable, everything. So you kind of have to have vision. You have to have the hopes that you're making that right decision with that card you collect or that NFT you collect. And it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, I have troubles with NFTs, man, to be honest. You either have to be a genius or you're really stupid.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
there's a fine line.
There's a really fine line, right? Like, you're a genius because you can buy it cheap and send, and then you know this technology and you know how it works and the market, and you can hustle it and or create, right? Like, let's say I'm a, like, an artist, and I don't make much money through my art. I do paintings and that. This is a really good opportunity for any artist out there to display their artwork and get people to buy them.
Absolutely.
Using NFTs, and then instead of selling a painting for $300, I might be able to sell it for $1,000 or $10,000, right? So it is a really good market for artists and people that like creating digital stuff. Also for the resellers, right? So if you buy cheap, let's say I know this artist and he makes beautiful paintings, and he sells the NFTs to me very cheap, I can turn around and make a really good profit. So those are the smart people. Right?
Absolutely.
The dumb people just buy them and they collect them.
And you don't know, right? You have guys out there.
I'm not saying that. I mean, there's always value, and it's just like a collectible.
Well, like Logan Paul, for example, again, another influencer in the social media, whether you like him or hate him, he was big on Pokemon forever. I mean, he'd have live shows, and they'd have like $1 million Charizard cards, and then now he created his own Pokemon NFT set with, I think, his pictures on it, if I'm not mistaken. That, again, will it be valuable or not? It's just kind of let's jump on the NFT train and see where it goes and see if I can make money from it. So it's a hit or miss. You never know.
Yeah, and another thing that a friend of mine was telling me about, and Andrew, I was talking to you about this earlier, is virtual property is something that seems to be hot
in the
right
meta universe. Absolutely, it's crazy.
We have a great question from the LinkedIn user. So can you put that on the screen?
Which one is that here?
About royalties.
Royalties, yeah.
Now let's get into muddy water here. Yes, I love muddy waters.
So LinkedIn user asks, you mentioned royalties. If I create an NFT, do I get a royalty every time it is sold?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's what I thought you did. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just like renting. You can property. You can actually do the same thing. You can give if you're the original owner of the NFTs, you can charge a percentage, a kickback, right, on your royalty. So let's say you create the NFT, you sell it for $300. Somebody sells it for $10,000. You can get a kickback every time that is sold, right? So the royalties, the royalties on NFTs are 5% to 10%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of royalties.
Guys, I want to go through some of them if we can.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so Tamara OJ asks, so what makes an NFT valuable, or how does one increase in value?
The uniqueness. It's the uniqueness, the fact that nobody can, simulate or forge that NFT, and the collectability value. So it's something that Andrew said that was very important, right? He said, like, Gary V was talking about the future of the NFT that you're holding, right? And that's the key, the future. So when you go into a collectibles or store, for example, or a garage sale, and you're looking for collectibles and memorabilia and things like that, you buy because you love that item, obviously physically, but you also buy with the hopes that in 10 years from now, 20 years, 30 years from now, you can make a fortune out of that one unique piece that was, like made in 1970s or 1960s, right? So that's kind of like how the memorabilia and collectibles world work. NFTs are exactly the same thing. You never know that you buy something right now. Let's say that Will Smith or Chris Rock the NFT their slap, and they call it the slap of the century, right? You never know that in 30 years from now that slap is going to be very, very, very lucrative for you. I mean, that's
So
another.
it's like stocks, right? It's like buying a penny stock.
It's,
Where
it's,
you know that one day it's gonna explode, right? It's like stocks is what I was saying. That
it's having the
Yeah.
foresight to what you're purchasing, to hopefully it's going to generate, and whoever created it is going to be hopefully still around backing it in some capacity. Is what's going to help. And again,
How
the
do you
value of what
collect?
that is.
How do you collect the NFTs? It's all digital, but you can actually take a picture of it and put it on your living room and tell people, look, this is my NFT that I bought, right?
and they have digital frames now, so there you go.
Digital frames
Yeah.
with all the neon lights and stuff like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and they have augmented reality and stuff where you can put your phone to it and it comes to life and all kinds of cool stuff.
Catalina Coleman says, I think I want to create an NFT now. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Right? Like,
And,
you never know, right? Like you never know that you're gonna make it big, right? So, and if you're an artist, and that's the thing, sometimes when you're an artist, you it might not take you too long to do what you want and then put it into the NFT world. It's so easy. You just upload it, give it a name, boom, and then you're assigned the rights, right? So the marketplace does that for you automatically.
Chancey just asked the question you just said. So, I mean, absolutely. So it's a digital, it'd have to be an image. So anything digital can be converted into an NFT for sure.
Yes.
And the NBA, the National Basketball Association, is actually doing that with certain highlights. So you can have that. So it's a moment in time. You can also have an NFT.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let's talk about Will Smith's slap, okay?
I don't slippery slope. I know.
mean, everybody's talking about. We're not talking about who was right and who was wrong. We all know who was right and who was wrong, but I'm not going to say it right here. But that's another theme for another story. Let's the gossip media and the meme industry take care of that. But let's say the slap of Will Smith. Who owns the right to that slap?
The receiver or the one slapping, or
is it the Oscars because they produced the show?
Sorry, guys, I didn't mean the rights to the slap. I meant the right to the video that shot that slap.
The Oscars, producers.
The Academy, right? The Academy owns that little piece of video clip because it's their property, right? Does Will Smith own it? Because it's himself. Wow, man, this is just like.
But when you go to the Oscars,
blue.
I don't think so, because I think they own the rights to your image when you're at the Oscars. So perhaps not the likeness.
So
but I'm not.
Obviously, this conversation can obviously take you down a rabbit hole. So there is a lot of.
I love rabbit holes.
So I'm saying it's good. No, it's good. That's what I'm saying.
Guys, who was right, Will or Chris Rock? I'm pretty sure if it was The Rock and not Chris Rock, Will Smith wouldn't have done that. What he did, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Will knows he overreacted. Chris handled it with class and integrity. He was
I love
that.
I didn't expect that from him, but he
handled it beautifully.
Well, he's from the hood, right?
And
he's from the hood.
And Will should not have behaved that way. There's no question.
Yeah. So can that be NFT'd? Absolutely. If the Oscars, the Academy went and said, that 20-second or 30-second clip, we're going to NFTs and we're going to sell it to the best high bidder out there. 100% they can do it, and I'm pretty sure they will make millions of dollars from it. However, is that ethical? Probably not. Sonia says Chris Rock was right.
And Oscar
Garrido says Chris Rock. Okay, see? Oh gosh, don't get me started, guys.
All right, so back to NFTs.
No, I want controversy. Come on.
Okay, so we have another question here that I think is good.
All right, that's good.
This is from Layla, and she asked, "How do they price it according to the value of Ethereum?"
You price the NFT.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's really
So
market demand. Really, it's how it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
And what you want to ask for, and what you hope to get for it. And then once it's sold once,
Uh-oh.
oh gosh, I love the face.
NFT of Andrew right now.
He looks like Chris Rock after he got slapped.
it kind of puts the.
Oh man.
Am I back?
Sorry,
Am I
buddy, we
back?
were
Am
just
I
making
back?
fun of you.
Am
You
I
were
back?
That would have been a good NFT. Your expression there when you were frozen.
I was saying you look like when
I heard you.
okay.
I can hear you. I can hear you making fun of me.
All right. So, anyways, the question was according to the price of Ethereum. Okay, so you go to OpenSea, you upload your artwork, right, and then you price it, and you see who's going to give you that money. And obviously, if nobody wants to buy your NFT, then you have to set the price correctly. You know, like if you're charging $1,000, nobody wants to give you that, then you price it lower and lower and lower, right? But
Question.
price it up also. You know, if you get a lot of demand, let's say you put an NFT and then you get a lot of requests, then you can actually give it to the highest bidder, right? So it can go both ways, but it's all supply and demand, 100%.
Maybe this is a dumb question. Probably is, but can the value of the NFT go down?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
It can go down. So, for example, somebody buys it with the hopes of selling it for more, obviously, because they want to make a cut, but nobody's giving it to them, or nobody's buying it from them at that price. So that person, he or she, whatever, has to lower the price, right? And if the person really wants to get rid of it, then that person's going to have to lower it to a point where the demand meets the supply and they can sell it, right? So it can actually go down in price. Or if you want to collect it because it looks cool, and you know, a lot of people do that, by the way. A lot of people buy the NFTs and then just put them on their walls like a picture and stuff like that. And when they have visitors to their house, they say, "Hey, you know, these are my NFTs that I bought from the OpenSea." Oh, cool! You're into NFTs? Yeah, man, I'm totally into NFTs. It makes you look cool, right? Like even if you don't know anything about NFTs.
Another question from Layla. How can we protect the NFT image?
Yes, hard to do, almost impossible. So, for example, you see here that I already showed you the board monkeys. Okay, and if you look for board monkeys on the web, you'll find thousands of pictures of board monkeys, right? So the owner of the board monkeys, it will be impossible to protect them all in terms of people taking screenshots and all of that, because you can't go after those people. But you can definitely go into and have lawsuits about NFTs and that, to take the stuff down, cease and desist, and lawsuits around NFTs if somebody it is infringing on your copyright, right?
But that also increases the value a lot of times because it brings a lot more awareness to the
Wow.
NFT, right? So it's the
Let me give
negative
you-
can be a positive.
It's very nice.
Yes. And that's what makes it so crazy, because let's say you have an NFT and everybody loves your NFT. Everybody loves it. And people put it, you have news about it, you have articles written in the New York Post, you have a lot of people, hey, look at this cool NFT that they put on their website, the images. That is only going to increase the value of what you already own.
Exactly.
Right. So then when you put it in the marketplace, people are going to come to you and like, hey, you know what? I saw the image of your NFT on this website. How much can I buy it from you? Right. So it does increase the value of NFT. It's so wacky how things work. It's completely opposite to the normal how things work normally. Right.
Dan, another
Yes,
question.
sir.
So you mentioned that people are, displaying these NFTs on like digital frames, right?
Yes.
So is there coding involved that prevents somebody from being able to copy that and replicate it and put it in another frame?
Yes, of course. Forget about the frame. The frame is where you put the NFT on, right? It's kind of like it's not the actual NFT. The NFT. Okay, let me talk this about in terms of software. Okay, so every piece, or not just software, any digital asset out there has a checksum. Okay, and a checksum is the amount of bits and bytes on that image or whatever digital asset. If those bits and bytes are corrupted or they're changed, the checksum is going to change, right? So in the NFT world, is basically the same thing. The only difference is that there's a signature or a blockchain signature that is attached to them, and a token is produced, which you own, right? And that cannot be changed. So if you put a frame around it, you can only put that token, or sorry, that NFT in the middle, right? Or else it's going to alter the whole thing, right? So can what was your question again?
So basically, I was like, is there coding? Okay, is there some kind of algorithm or code that prevents someone from being able to display that physically?
Yeah, because you own the token.
Okay.
So they can do whatever they want with the code, right? They can alter it. They can do whatever they want. They can take screenshots. Okay,
but by the way, if they do that.
By the way, where you talk about code, you talk about bits and bytes, okay? And even if you take a screenshot of a picture and you see it visually, like the colors and the picture, in itself, it's always bits and bytes because it belongs to the digital world.
Correct.
So is the image or the product the NFT, Dan, or is the process with the blockchain the NFT process? Because
that's the minting process.
It's the minting process, right? So, but so the
NFT,
right? Okay, so exactly. So what happens? So with the blockchain, because it breaks down the code, so that's what protects it. The further it goes down the blockchain into each block, and then so that's what gives you the protection aspect of it. So that you own the original block, let's say the blockchain, which is the original owner, and then it defers through the token. Then it defers through the blockchain, correct, to help protect it. Yeah. So that way it can't be duplicated or stolen or replicated, etc.
Yeah. Oh, Diego is just hit it right on the head, right there. That comment. Look at this comment. It is the code that's encrypted on the blockchain that has the value, not the image itself. 100%, 100%. It's the code that's encrypted in there.
And that's kind of where I was going to go on.
It's one, and non-fungible, right? That word again that trips everybody. Non-fungible is unique. Let's call it unique. Non-transferable. I mean, it is transferable, but not breakable, right? That is what's it retains the value. However, this is not 100% accurate because the image itself can't have value. I mean, look at these board monkeys, right? They look amazing, right?
It's
jokes.
Takes us to another so kind of to play on that topic here, Miguel says art is subjective. If we remember that a blank Picasso or painting was auctioned for $6 million, it makes sense that an NFT costs $6 million or 16 million. You said, pardon me.
Yes, absolutely. Art is completely subjective, and let me go back to the Beeple, right? That sold for $6 million. This image right here. I think 99.99% are going to look at this image and go like, 6 million for this piece of meep. I don't have the bleeping sound in here, but I should put it. Right. So, but there is one person that bought it. Right.
Well, that's where I think, again, this is subjective, but that's where I think, am I on still, or am I gone again?
Yes, you're on. It
keeps coming in and out. Is where I get back to where those tickets or those VIP tickets or the stay your
he's gone again. Andrew, can you hear us?
Exclusive mansions or things like.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm back now, I think.
Okay, finish your thought.
No, I was just saying that's where I think those NFTs that have value. So like it's a pass to get into all the exclusive hotels or clubs or certain places, because then you can utilize it, then you can sell it and then benefit from it. So it's not just about the artwork. It could be about the actual activity that you own or the ability you own, which is kind of cool.
Okay, I think Sean has a question in there as well about stripping that I like.
So Sean D asks, could the code be stripped from an NFT and applied to another? That's a good question.
Stripping. Okay. An NFT cannot be deleted once it's burned on the market or on the whoever's owning that blockchain. Let's say OpenSea or Ethereum. Sorry. Once it's burnt there forever. Okay. So when it's minted, the process of burning it and uploading it to the blockchain, right? Then it's considered immutable, which means you can't change it. There is no way you can change that. So that's why the non-fungibility concept comes into place. So it will exist in the blockchain forever, right? Can it be? Sorry.
I was going to say, we only have a few minutes left, but do you want to maybe go into exactly what the blockchain is? Because I think we never really covered that.
The blockchain. Okay.
Very quick. If you can.
The blockchain is basically blockchain.com. It is a digital distributed decentralized. Okay, let's talk about the blockchain in general. It is a distributed decentralized market or ledger. Okay, we're talking about crypto now, right? So we're gonna have a show about cryptocurrency, by the way, in 2 weeks from now. Next week, by the way, we're gonna talk about the metaverse. That's going to be super cool, man. I want you to join us next week. We're going to talk about the metaverse and how it works and how you can profit from it also, right? So let's talk about the blockchain or crypto, right? You see how in normal currency you have banks, right?
Yep.
And you have the like the Bank of Canada, for example, here, which is the main entity, and they produce mint, and and you have all the other banks, right? In the crypto world, there are no banks, 100% decentralized. And how do they do it? You go like, wow, how can they not have a bank? Well, the market, the crypto market out there is basically a whole whack, millions of servers that have the same information at the same time, which are called ledgers. And each ledger is like a ledger, like a bank ledger. It has the token for the currency, how much and how much it was sold, how much it's bought of it. So that is maintained everywhere. So when I buy crypto, for example, that goes into the ledger, and that ledger gets replicated everywhere in the world, which means it's 100% decentralized. It's a public ledger.
I think you did a really good job of explaining that, Dan.
Honestly. And that's the blockchain. That's what is considered the actual blockchain. Whew, man, these are heavy topics. Any other questions? I think Alex Ramirez has a.
He had a funny comment that I posted. So he said, if a banana taped to a wall was worth thousands of dollars, I don't know what to think about the art market. Very nice. Very nice. And on another note, Alexis, I think you should make an NFT of that photo you have there. I really like that one. I would buy that for sure.
There you go.
There you go. I mean, people, it's in the eyes of the beholder. That's art, right? Just like beauty, right? Any other questions? Man, this was a really good show. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, go to YouTube and type in GetCYber, and that's our main channel. That's where we broadcast. And just subscribe to our YouTube channel, right? That's a good tip. We have a lot of really good information about training videos and this interviews that we do, and a lot of really good stuff. 100% ETH Ethereum.
There you go.
That's what Alex says.
Let me try to find a question here that I didn't already ask. Dan, feel free to post one if we didn't ask it. No, I think we got to all of them. Crowd, do we have any new comments or questions? Okay, here we go. We do. So we have one from Sydney. Hello, Sydney. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so Sydney asks, are there any NFTs you guys think are promising for the upcoming future? Ooh, I don't know. Sounds like insider trading info.
Aside from the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap, I'm not too sure.
I think if you go, I think
Yeah.
the Gary V's, he's just launched his not too long ago. I think his probably have some, he's a long-term visionary. He's the kind of guy that predicts and has been very successful in business and predicting things, and he's getting heavy into it. So I think that's possible. It's really, it's a hit or miss. So good luck with that, because it's all about opinion and stuff. But there's quite a few out there that I'm sure will turn into something.
Okay, so I got this. Look how fast I am, man. I got this this website, coffeebros.com. Right, visit these guys. These guys are really good, and just publish the best 20 NFT projects to follow.
There you go.
So be friends. There
he
you go.
There is Gary V right there. That's who I was just talking about.
So V France is one, right? Then Crypto Baristas, right? These guys. And the Fly Fish Club. From the Alley Garden. So anime, obviously. Asuki. DK. And Kibatsu Mecha. Right, so these are some of the upcoming and NFT to follow. Now, you know what? I love NFTs in the sense that they create really good art for the walls.
I agree.
Don't you?
I totally do.
Yeah, I would love to have these
artists to just come up with some really creative stuff, man.
Oh, that's cool. Women Rise.
Yeah. I think we have time for one more question, and it's from Oscar Garrido. So Oscar asked, where can I create an NFT?
Yes. OpenSea, right?
Yeah,
so
OpenSea,
just go to OpenSea.io. OpenSea.
So OpenSea is the marketplace, correct? That's where you would, so creating it, pretty much whatever tool you would use.
Okay. OpenSea is one of the markets, right? There's other ones out there, but this one is the biggest, basically. OpenSea is the one that created kind of like the biggest. There's Binance. There's what are the other ones? I don't remember the other ones, but OpenSea is definitely the biggest one out there. Axie Marketplace, Larva. Those are all NFT marketplaces. But in here, all you have to do is just create an account, right? And by the way, you need to create an Ethereum. I mean, you have to have an Ethereum account, right? So for example, these guys support MetaMask, Coinbase Wallet Connect, and Formatic, and they have other options too. So Coinbase is one of the big Bitcoin marketplace that you can sign up, right? And then you go to OpenSea. So let's say you're like beginner. You have no crypto wallets. You have nothing. You're just completely analog. What you do first is just go to Coinbase, for example, or MetaMask, and create a wallet, a crypto. Now you can actually interact and buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. It's just a marketplace. It's like a bank. It's like your account at the bank. Then you go to, if you want to create your NFTs, then you go to OpenSea and then create an account, and then you link your Coinbase wallet to OpenSea. It's basically like linking your credit card on a website for e-commerce. Let's say Amazon. You go to Amazon, you buy a lot of stuff in Amazon. You have to link your payment or your credit card from your bank to it in order to buy. This is exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing, right?
Okay.
All right, guys. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a great time.
Sorry that I kept breaking up, everybody. My apologies.
No problem. Make sure you subscribe. GetCYber on YouTube. And the next week we're going to have the metaverse. We're going to be talking about Zuckerberg's project, and not just Zuckerberg's, but the other Apple and Google projects for the metaverse, and how this is going to go crazy in the future.
Dan, can we put G Money on the spot? Can we get him to call out today if he's going to join us next Friday on the show? Are you joining us next Friday, G Money?
Sure, of course.
There we go. We got it. live on the air. G
All
Money
right,
in the house
guys.
next Friday.
It was tons of fun, guys. I
All
feel like
right. See you later, everybody. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Tamara.
Yeah, more Gladstone.
Bye-bye, Sydney. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate Sean.